Hey everybody, well, I am here today with March planner setup round 2. So I had just last weekend, I think, uploaded a video of my March planner setup in my Foxy Fix Sweet Peach notebook with my Print Impression Weeks planner. And I was all set and ready to go. And then I had this a thought that I'd had already, that I was wishing I could somehow have standard size rings. And then I started thinking, hey, what if I took some rings and put them in a notebook one size larger and created a hybrid. I've done a hybrid once before last year with an A6 notebook before Foxy Fix made their A6 rings. And so I had a feeling that maybe it could work, and I had this planner. This is a number 7 Foxy Fix Everly from, gosh, excuse me, like 2016 maybe. It has just the most beautiful tooled pattern on it, floral, and it's a compact with 4 strands, and it is a little bit narrow. It's cut. This is their old style of planner, so it's cut a little bit narrower than the current planners. So my inserts go right to the edge. As you can see, there's no space for tabs or pen loop or anything, but I had this number 7 on my shelf. I've had it for years, and I thought, let me give this a try. So what I did was I purchased a standard sized memory book, excuse me, what's the word I want? It's a memory keeping book. I'll link it down below so you can see what it is. But it has standard size page protectors in it. And so I pulled the ring mechanism out of that. And I think they may actually be A5 rings because here's the little tab for the top. See how it sticks out a little bit? And at the bottom, there's the little, like the tab to open the rings. So the ring mechanism is a little bit too tall for this planner. But I've ordered some actual A5, some Kraus A5 rings from Gilio, and they've been shipped, but you know, they're coming from Europe, so who knows when they'll get here. But I have a mystery sale Foxy Fix number 7 Magnolia that I'm hoping that those will work in for April, so we'll see. At any rate, I went and completely redid my whole thing, and guys, standard size ring inserts are not a thing, so I had to make my own. So I've got this, my swag from Fur and You still, and my little dangly from Fur and You, and I want to go ahead and show you what this looks like in here. So let's get this open. So this is, like I said, the old style Foxy Fix. So it has the card pockets, horizontal card pockets, which haven't been out there in a while, but I really like them. And I've just tucked a few things in. And then here is the ring mechanism. So I'm sure you can see the elastics right here that are holding it in place. So, you know, there are 4 elastics. The center 2, you open the rings and put the elastics in and then close the rings. The outside 2 elastics cross over top of the ring mechanism. That's where you can see probably right here this little X at the top and this little X at the bottom, okay? And they're fairly sturdy. They don't go anywhere. I will say in the smaller size, when I did this with A6, it was definitely a lot more sturdy. It doesn't slide around much, but it does sort of rock back and forth. And that's just, part of that is the knot underneath because of the closure elastic. And part of that is because I bent these rings a little bit when I was pulling them out of that notebook that I was telling you about. I mean, I needed some brute force and a pair of pliers to do that. So they're a little bit bent up. They're not exactly flat anymore, but there you go. So what I've done in here, I have a mix of inserts that are of my own making and the Cocoa Daisy Standard Dory. So all my decorations, as usual, are by Cocoa Daisy. I started off with a piece of the acetate here. This came in the planner classified kit. I cut down the A5 dashboard. So let me show you. This is the normal size of the A5 dashboard. And you can see I had to cut probably about 1/2 inch off each side to make it fit. But for most of the like this one wouldn't work because by the time I cut that much off, I think I would be into this text. But many of the dashboards will work that way. It's also possible to use the personal size dashboards and mat them, which is probably what I will do for April. But anyway, here's dashboard with some little glitter dots and whatnots. And then I used some of the planner paper to create this one. So this is papers from the planner kit and the pocket and traveler's notebook memory keeping kits. And then just pocket card, die cut, whatever. And I had to go with, again, with the top tabs because there was no space on the side. So I've got my monthly insert. So this is something that I just created in Word and printed it, you know, so that there would be space for the rings to punch. And I have enough in here for all 12 months. I don't know how long I'll stay in this size, but you know how it is. Then I have another divider for my weekly. And again, this is of my own design, but similar to what's out there in other shops. I just couldn't, like I said, nobody makes standard ring inserts, so I had to do this myself. But I made sure to make the boxes EC Erin Condren width so that the full box and half box stickers will fit. And I made the top part be able to fit 15mm washi. So I'm pretty happy with those. Here's what it looks like, blank. So I printed out a bunch of these. And then I have another divider and I have my social media section. So this is the beginning of the Cocoa Daisy, the standard Daisy Dory. So it opens with this calendar page and I have little stars and dots on the days that I have things due for Cocoa Daisy since I'm on their planner and memory keeping teams. And then, sorry guys, on the left side here, I just listed the dates and then I have the dates when my particular projects for the month are due. I printed out the planner challenge prompt. These are available for free in the Cocoa Daisy store. You can get them in a whole bunch of different sizes. So I printed out the standard one and I printed it a little bit small so it would fit on this page. And then I used the calendar dots to date out all of this gridded sections so that I can do a better job of keeping track of posting and when I'm posting and what I need to post and what I need to make so that I can make sure I get all of my projects done. And then halfway through the Daisy Dory, I started a personal section and I've got the tracker. I purchased this in the Cocoa Daisy store this month. It actually has more on the page than this. I just fussy cut this part out because I really liked it. And I have my 3 goals here: make my bed every day, floss twice a day, and intermittent fasting 7 times a week. And so I'll track that here. And then I have my bill section, which I don't want to show all of my money situation, but I just keep track of my monthly bills here, beginning of the month, middle of the month. And then I'll use these dated sections, or gridded dotted sections for just notating my expenses. And that's the end of the Dory booklet. So the craft cardboard front and back are actually back here. Since this is not like a true ring binder, it doesn't have the plastic page lifter, and I didn't want my pages to get caught in the ring mechanism. So I used the 2 pieces, the front and back of the Daisy Dory booklet back here. So my next section is for Simply Gilded. I'm a moderator in the main group and the BST groups, and I just want to be able to keep track of situations that pop up in the group, and particularly with the sub boxes and when people are allowed to show mystery items and things like that. So I also created my own inserts for that to keep track of the sub boxes, and then also a couple of other things back here that I need to keep track of because there's so many dates and I just lose track of them. And then that, and I've got the calendar card and the swatch card back here. And because of how close to the edge here all these pages are, I'm not probably going to put a pen here, although I could use a binder clip and put my pen on the outside. But I do have this beautiful bag from my friend Deanna at So Sweet Stuff. She has unfortunately decided to close her shop. She's taking on the care of her parents and is just ridiculously busy. So these are not available right now. I hope that everything evens out for her and she's able to come back at some point because her work is just impeccable. But before she closed, she sent me this bag that goes perfectly with the March Cocoa Daisy kits. And I have the pen holder from the kits with eraser and the pen. This is the kit pen. So that's there. And then I have on the inside all of my planner on the go goodies, my washi tape, my scissors, my tweezers, glue stick, pencil, what have you, whatever you need, whatever I need on the go. And so I'll carry these items with me like this. So this is now my current situation. I am really loving the proportions of these inserts. I used a standard size TN for a long time and I just really like I like the tall and narrow feel of these. And it's been probably a couple months now that I said to my friends, you know what, standard size rings needs to be a thing. Somebody needs to do this. So hello out there, any business-minded person, if you would like to make standard size rings, I would buy all of them because I am just loving this. I love the size. Like I said, there's plenty of space for things. I love the proportions. This tall and narrow proportions is really making me happy. So we will see how this goes. My plan is to finish out the month of March and see what I think of this. And I hope I love it because I do have plans, like I said, for April to do something similar, but in a Foxy Fix Magnolia number 7. So this is it. This is my standard rings Frankenplanner, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you have any questions for me, leave them down below. Otherwise, see you later.